times from the broadside, leaving any hope she has to be truly gratified, mortified in the weight of proliferated hate. And that, my friend, is what I'm trying to escape. You see, I'm trying to escape the fate of the petrified. You see, I'm trying to escape the fate of the petrified. So, one morning at daybreak, I just want to awake and say, good morning to this one special lady who God put there for that one special day. And that's the day I can tune out the world and look deep into her eyes and tell her she means more than the world to me without being so perilously petrified. That's that piece, y'all. Yeah, so that's the one I did, and I did that one at it was one of Jesse Jackson's functions, y'all, and I got offered again. I got an offer for Def Jam, you know what I'm saying, by Bruce George that day. But I wasn't, I had my stuff together. I didn't have all that bio stuff and all the stuff you need to have, and be in New York and be out there for that one, for the shootings and stuff. So, but that one right there got my attention from them. All right, that was Petrified, one I wrote specifically for Chicago and how they moving out there with each other. All right, so here we go again. We're gonna pull from. I'm gonna pull from this list here. Let's see, yeah. All right, y'all. Here go one I've written since we've been in here. This is I'm gonna go through here and find. Let's see, one of the most. Let's see, one of the most recent ones that I've written since I've been in Horizon World. All right, let's see. That's what it is. Man, I ain't gonna have to stack this big over here. Okay, let's see. Very wild. Let's see. I guess I picked up the wrong. Well, I must have picked up the wrong. No, I didn't. Okay, let's see. All right, y'all. I'm big on Zodiac. You know what I mean? I'm big on the Zodiac. I feel that if everybody would really learn at least 20% of how to understand how the Zodiac system works, you have a lot less problem with people. You could pretty much, understand, how they process stuff and things like that. So, I typically write poems about my Zodiac, so forth. But yeah, here go one right here. It's gonna be called Who I Am as the Gemini. All right, here we go. 1 second, I gotta pull my headset up. And real quick, is the music too loud? Because it came like sound a little loud. It's too loud for my voice. The music?
No, it's all good.
It's fine. Okay, cool. Okay. Who am I as a Gemini? I come from a place beyond the stars and space. Deep within your REM sleep, along the schemes of your wildest dreams, the psychedelic, the acapella of songs, the acapella of songs sung so serene. The mental state, that which you see, I put it here right on my sleeve. With so much honesty, the dishonorable finds it hard to believe. The most mischievous in expression, with the most innocent of deeds, but done with so much perception, you sense the dropping of seeds. You see how water more than your garden is almost to the extreme, only distorted by feelings of euphoric and sensual themes, with a profound sense of the most sensuous love reserved for only those hearts that's custom fitted like gloves. Cause see, I get entangled like a drug and going to sever my cerebellum. I seriously get certified hallucinogenic from discreet secrets that I may tell her. She feels that witty disposition as I be mentally hidden from the back. I say she's catching that extensive intuition, cause I be mentally hitting that. As this vehicular, ventricular, vernacular penetrates her BJJ's VR and abstract. When or better yet, then I watch her become willingly adaptable as if she depended on me for life. I watch myself reflect her image as if we were meant to live and die, and that's together and forever. Lost in the constellation of gems in my eye. Across the sky, these gems in my eye. I said these gems in my eye. See, she finds the inner man sincerely in who I am as a Gemini. She witnesses the witty dispositions in my kisses. She remains untamed yet unrestrained to all my wishes, making them all come true. And I, the Gemini, makes her wishes come true. What is sometimes hard to believe and much more less to conceive, they all come true. Because see, it's the effortless, the most separative extraction of the mind, soul, and body that I, the Gemini, and these two twins, wielding these four hands, can do. You just got to be open, soft-spoken, and thought-provoking in everything you do to attract the abstractness via the synapses of my ether surrounding you. To catch this aura of this Gemini mind, to snatch the water out of air every single time. Every single sign is by design, somewhat inferior, and this isn't some superiority complex as I project from my interior and the interior regions of my mind, where minds of Geminis are like playgrounds, turning regions of exterior canvases from out of bounds into hold up now. You see, I'm trying to display the ways without the audacity to actually say, wait. Allow me to retort and restate that I seek no unfair advantage. I merely wield the universe through attractive forces like God upon the commandment. All the while, I charmingly smile my way into your heart, and one by one, each protective section of your body armor simply falls apart. And at the end of the very moment you come to and you realize you've taken a sip and embarked on a trip through the eyes of the Gemini. I said you felt the drip from taking a sip from the fountain of the Gemini, and it goes beyond racism of humor, making him fit for countless situations, so open-minded that he's never blinded or stuck through trials and tribulations, and no one can ever judge him, only God can save him. So don't ask him who's God if you can't handle the revelation. Like I, the Rastafari, like watch the 5'9" on Demon Time with that white guy, but really though, it's a must that I see trust. Truly enough to get me to commit. An avid reader of all actions, I'll decipher your shit like Sanskrit. So if you see me with a girl who's not my girl, respect her game. Like when you see her with the dude who's not her dude, respect the name. Because these cats, they know that acts of disrespect are acts of war. Stamped and sealed by declaration of my nation forevermore. And you best know which way the wind blows with this air sign, because nothing else is quite like it. You play the nice twin too close, you'll invoke the darkest host from the psychics. And it's peace and love on everything. For Gemini takes eye for eye. And it's peace and love for everyone. We Geminis, we do or die. So welcome to my humble abode, or enter the realm of the damned. Sincerely yours, glad to introduce you to that Gemini I am. All right, that's that piece right there, y'all. All right. Put that over there. Trying to separate all these little poems, trying to keep them getting mixed up so I can keep the genre switched around. Okay, y'all, here's another one right here, y'all. This one right here is kind of interesting right here because this when all the poets got salty with each other. You know, like I said, we had of us kings to have poetry 101, and at some time it got real competitive. So you know what I'm saying. So I had to come out and spank everybody one time. We got kind of nothing serious, but this one right here was when I had to spank him. So I mean, if you weren't around then, you may not catch it, but still the metaphors are still there. What was going down? So this one, outrageously, is titled "Bert the Baby." Here we go. All right, here we go, y'all. In this day and time, cats be hooked on ebonics instead of the phonics, relegated to misappropriated uses of chronic. But hold up, as I include the recreational uses of gin and tonic, and anything else that has caused these intellectual capacities to plummet. When I birth the babies, lyrically slurp the ladies who haven't been birthed for weeks, months, years, and many lifetimes with no lifelines to save them from the weakest words that were spoken at poetry venues, only to be continued down with catalogs of bad news with no solutions. And so, in this day and time, it's hard to succeed and even harder to comprehend when they only pretend to read. So when it comes to any cipher that may come my way, I blaze a blunt, and then I blaze a shyster, and that's on Phonium's grave. But I've graduated from many stages, and these degrees illuminate me, which dictates that grace you get, like so motivated. Then poetically, verbally all over the set, as wet in retrospect, just how been birthed for weeks
I
and
helped you
months
with
and
that
years
video
and
with
many
shadow
lifetimes,
boxing.
no lifelines to save them from the weakest words that were spoken at porch venues, only to be continued with diluted catalogs of dialogues of bad news with no solutions. So what's the use in further polluting the womb from the cradle to the tomb? With all this gloom and doom, see, I dissect the energy, provide the remedy, then collect the snaps as the nervous synapse on the mind, louder than a Tech 9 at nighttime. But maybe I should be more aware of the fact that most cats don't read and most of them proceed to wiggle their way through facts, opinions like millions in the movies, serving madmen, hell bent on chaotic suspense, who content can rarely move me, whose puns tend to soothe the mediocre, stuck in mediocrity, who claims all claims for fame in these elevated games of poetry. So I'm just gonna birth the babies. I'm just gonna lyrically slurp the ladies who haven't been birthed in weeks, months, years, and many lifetimes with no lifelines to save them from the weakest words ever spoken at poetry venues, only to be continued with diluted catalogs of dialogues of bad news with no solutions. So I'm birth the babies. Yeah. That was one of them joints, y'all. I had to hit them up. That caused a lot of ruckus, you know what I mean? It was sending for people that night. That was a good night, though. All right, so let's go with this one, y'all. Here go another piece, right? For the brothers in here, I don't know, I come from down south, I come from a single family home, you know what I'm saying, and you know, I'm one of them. I'm one of them who used to look around and watch everybody else have shit. When you coming up, and you had no game, you had no knowledge, you didn't have nothing. And over time, when you think you've made it to a certain point in some degree, then you realize you still ain't made it nowhere, and you still find scrutiny and things like that. So this one of those things of a young man, trying to figure shit out, and getting very, very, worried about if you're ever gonna do it, ever gonna make it. Okay, 1 second, I gotta wipe my face. 1 second.
Oh, that drink went fast. Is this a bot?
Yeah, I think that's about.
Yeah.
No,
Want to drink,
Okay.
girl?
good, thank you. I was on mute. I couldn't get off.
Oh.
I don't know what's irritating my eye, y'all. Something's irritating the hell out of my eye. Okay, this is called constructed reality. Constructed reality. Okay. 6 months. I got 6 months to do a million crunches, pass up lunches, to construct reality. My currency is like my conscious state that stays awake from nightfall to daybreak. Like they break my heart. Like so many of them play their part in more ways than two. The first day to the sun, planting seed into the horizon. The time I have become one as we approach the miracle sun of 6 months. When my time is reclaimed, my path takes on a different name. The world is mine again to claim. The same world who almost forgot my name, who will eventually bow down and kiss the ground upon my return or the return of my crown. 6 months of fundamental assembly, 180 days from tossing and turning in mental graves as the ugly just fades away, closing the chapter from here on after, while others laugh at my disasters as my heart repeated its bleedings from repeated stabbings and continued bleeding as any illogical reason served as cold, heartless seasons that simply could not kill me. They simply could not kill me. Simply could not kill me fast enough. So I survived these many months of sucker punches with 6 more to go, where attitudes should change like pocket change on city streets and
No,
beneath
right
the
here.
basements of my
That just got
forgiveness.
out
What
the shit.
happened?
Yet too deep to forget or ever
Oh, that's
leave this wilderness. This weird beast resembling a lion before it speaks. I lick my chops and they become ham hocks, impaled within visions of failed religions and superstitions that superseded premonitions, decisions derailed and ill visions, stripping
No,
from
no.
days of righteous living, further stripping the fabric of one who is consciously living. And now the months come, one by one, in inverted fashion. They pass like thieves at night, carry memories like transferred to summer heats, but in lack of light. And there should be no other way, divine or otherwise unknown, when history shall hold its claim. over 6 months that shall pass, and I surely will inherit the future as my own. That's my own, as I construct my own reality. Construct reality. All right. Here we go. Let's see. Let y'all feeling some of these joints. Okay. This poem right here, y'all, is called Nahima's Prayer and Interpretation. So this is an interpretive poem. One of my exes, this was her daughter. Her daughter wanted me to write a poem based on how she felt, and I've done quite a few interpretive poems in my day. And I gotta find it. It's the one that's really deep. I got it. It's in one of my databases. But this one right here is Nahima's Prayer, and this is how she felt. So I interpreted her feelings, and I spit this poem. Here we go. As I lay me down to sleep, I pray to the Lord my soul to keep. I pray to teach my soul to keep, and I pray to my mama, my soul, and weep. Okay, y'all, T is our auntie, and y'all know T is our auntie. And this thing is surrounded by the distance and the turmoil between her aunt and her mama. Amen. My words, my cries, my screams inside, my heart, my lungs, my breath that dies. This flesh, this blood not recognized. My flesh and blood, I can't lie. I can't lie.
You said what?
And I'm done trying, hopeless and dying. A slow suffering for sins of children with no origins. I said I'm suffering, choking on emotions, inhaling the aroma of pale horses, of divorces, failed relationships, casting me further into the abyss, only to be dismissed and set aside like abandoned shoes that no longer fits, like the last man who could understand her new outfit. And I get no satisfaction. I shit pounds of dissatisfaction. I miss the joy of us laughing, and I can't forget all the things that hurt and led to so many times that I knew the cycles you put us through was always to be continued. And with each change of venue, I needed you more than just to talk to. Too young to properly argue, acting out with nothing more than an attempt to understand you, mama. So how can you close your eyes blind to only to care about you as if our lives no longer concerned you? And how can you commit to such reckless abandonment without healing that which is your soul's divine purpose to do? Your divine purpose as you, who call yourself a mother, as you watch me and my brother fall to the wayside, unprepared and declared unofficial orphans, left